Dr. Sai Leela,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
do we have
One more staff
some
to
more
join,
time?
sir. One more staff.
Any technical staff is waiting to join?
Sir, good evening, sir. Pravina, sir.
Dr. Pravina, glad to meet
Yes,
you.
sir. Same here, sir.
What about Mr. Jayaprakash? Jayaprakash is online.
I think so, sir. He's there, but
He had muted.
one more staff to join, sir.
Let us wait. No problem. No problem.
We can start now, sir. One of the staff member will be joining after 7 o'clock, sir. We shall start.
Yes.
Sir, Armugam, sir. Shall we start,
Yes,
sir?
good evening.
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, sir. Mitra?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. We'll start the session, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening, respected dignitaries, esteemed resource persons, faculty members, and energetic participants. We are assembled here for the multidisciplinary international virtual conference on artificial intelligence and society, organized by Copy Women's College of Education, Madurai, in collaboration with Acumen Foundation and Seva Academy. To commence this prestigious event, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. K. Sai Leela ma'am, coordinator, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Mitra, for your nice introduction. Thank you so much. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Good evening, respected dignitaries, esteemed resource persons, faculty members, and enthusiastic participants. On behalf of Kabi Women's College of Education, Madurai, in collaboration with Acumen Foundation and Seva Academy, it is my privilege to warmly welcome you all to the Multidisciplinary International Virtual Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Society, scheduled from 3rd to 5th February 2025. This conference brings together scholars, experts, and professionals from diverse fields to explore the transformative role of artificial intelligence in shaping society. Over the next 3 days, we will engage in insightful discussions and knowledge sharing sessions, delving into ethical, social, and technological impacts of AI. We are honored to have our esteemed lineup of speakers today. Professor G. Armugam sir, founder and chairman of Kabi Institutions, whose visionary guidance has been pivotal to this institution's progress. We have Dr. R. Babu sir, former Dean, Faculty of Education, Annamalai University, a distinguished academic with immense expertise. Here we welcome Dr. D. Selvak Muthukumaran sir, Associate Professor from the Department of Entomology, Annamalai University, whose research contributions are recognized. I also welcome Dr. K. Pravina, Associate Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, Annamalai University, whose scholarly work enriches the academic community. I also welcome all the coordinators of this program, Dr. S. Kalaivani ma'am, Dr. S. Kalaivani ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Annamalai University, Dr. V. Susila ma'am, Assistant Professor of Yoga Department, Annamalai University. I welcome Dr. K. Jayaprakash, Deputy Director of IQAC, Annamalai University. I welcome Mitra from Assistant Professor from Veltech University. Welcome you all for this session. I extend my thanks to all the participants, those who are registered from different parts of the states and from USA, Bangladesh, Nigeria, etc. Thank you. Welcome you all to this session. We are confident that this conference will foster thought-provoking conversations and collaborations, inspiring all of us to leverage AI for societal progress responsibly. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sailila ma'am, for your warm and thoughtful words. And next, we have a brief introduction about the CAPI group of institutions. Mrs. G. Vinodini ma'am, MA ML about CAPI Women's College of Education. Over to you, ma'am.
Vinodini is not available now. You call Shanmugapriya, right?
Okay, ma'am. Let's invite Dr. C. Shanmugapriya ma'am about CAPI College of Education, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Shanmugapriya ma'am, please.
Can you audible my voice? Ma'am? Good evening.
Ma'am, a little bit, can you increase your volume?
Now okay, ma'am?
Can you make your microphone little bit audible, ma'am? Can you set it in that way?
Okay.
Yeah, now it's clear, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you audible?
Yeah. Now it is audible.
Okay, okay, thank you. Good evening to all. I am Dr. C. Shanmugapriya, Assistant Professor in Biological Science from KAPI, Kabi College of Education. Our College of Education, Kabi College, is a prestigious institution dedicated to academic excellence, innovation, and student success. Established in 2006, it has grown into one of the leading colleges in Nagamallai Pudukottai, Madurai, offering a diverse range of programs in various disciplines. Vision of our institution to make the student teachers, to carry the responsibilities of promoting better standard in education and implement various activities for the upliftment of poor in the society.
Shanmugapriya.
College.
Shanmugapriya, we are not audible.
Ma'am?
Yes, please continue.
As the college was developed, excellent infrastructural and instructional facilities, the recognition of National Council for Teacher Education, and it is affiliated to Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, Chennai. Our college is a part of the Crescent Trust Community Rural Trust, promoted by people having rich experience in the field of education and having the vision of providing quality education for the student teacher, bring out brilliance in their career with dedicated service. Though comparatively new in the community of colleges in and around Madurai, the college has attracted history qualified and motivated faculty. This has resulted in 100% success in the exam every year since inception. The diverse academic and life experiences of our management helps to generate a vibrant community that stimulates and encourages the students in every walk of their life. Motto of our college, Kedil Vilichelvam. The motto of the institute is to seek truth is knowledge, and this has been taken from Tirukkural. Academic programs, our college offers the following 12 disciplines: pedagogical subject, Tamil, English, mathematics, physical science, biological science, computer science, history, commerce, economics, social science, home science, and political science. Our faculty members are highly experienced and committed to providing quality education. Campus and facilities. Our campus features modern classrooms, well-equipped laboratories, libraries, and sport complexes. We also provide access to digital learning resources. Student life. We encourage students to engage in extracurricular activities, clubs, and organizations that enhance personal and professional growth. We host cultural events, sport competitions, and leadership programs. Placement and career opportunities. The college has a strong placement cell that collaborates with top schools to provide job and internship opportunities for our students. Many of our alumni have excellent in their careers in various schools. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. C. Shanmuga Priya ma'am, for your thoughtful words about our institution. And moving forward, I request Professor G. Armugam sir, founder and chairman of KAPI Institutions, to deliver the inaugural address and share his inspiring thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to say a few words in the inaugural address of this multidisciplinary international virtual conference on artificial intelligence and society. Respected coordinator, Dr. K. R. Sai Leela, the organizers of this conference, my dear professors, and my dear friend, Professor Jayaprakash, and all the participants. First of all, I like to thank Dr. R. Babu, the former Dean, Faculty of Education, Annamalai University, and Dr. T. Selvamuthukkumaran, Associate Professor, Department of Entomology, Faculty of Agriculture, Annamalai University, and for having accepted our invitation to give special address on this occasion. I welcome you, sir. I welcome all the participants who have been associated with us in this multidisciplinary conference. If you look at the brochure that was prepared for this conference, you would wonder what message this conference will deliver on various topics listed for the discussion in this artificial intelligence and society. Let us not go into the definition of artificial intelligence, because that itself is undefined or well defined. When we taught this artificial intelligence course in 1994, and the definition that we gave was how to make computers work on things at which the humans are better. So how to make computers work on things at the moment the people are better. That was the period definition given in 1983 by Professor Elian Rich when she wrote the book on artificial intelligence. So at that point of time, the algorithms development, the application of it has become very difficult because the very nature of computing technologies have not been improved. Why I say this is that the hardware needed to crunch the data was not enough to design algorithms that would handle volume of data and give out results in the shortest possible time. That was the problem when the speed of the computers, the storage elements, and the speed of communication has not been improved to the level that we enjoy now. Then this definition of making computers to do things at which at the moment the humans are better. If you look at this definition, which was created in 1983, where the invasion of internet was not available at that time, and the communication media speed between the RAM and the processor, or speed to the hard disk to the RAM and to the processor, was not that much as it is being now. Now, with the advent of development in communication technologies and in the improvement in mathematical algorithms, this topic of handling volume of data became a question. Now, if you look at the tools needed for manipulating algorithms for artificial intelligence, you could find the tools are needed from mathematics, computer science, and cognitive sciences. To people who may not know about the fundamentals of computers, the computer science was born as an amalgamation of mathematics, electronics, electrical engineering, statistics, and of course, communication engineering. And it has developed as an identity or as a discipline to be handled by itself. When you think of artificial intelligence, you can't do it without using the mathematical algorithms available for manipulating data. People always often confuse with data and information. The data is a collection of facts and figures related to a particular problem. When you assemble data and when you analyze figures, the result that you get would be information. Now, the nomenclature of data and information is being used interchangeably. So, when you have the business that are being handled internationally and the establishments have been made internationally, the calculation of profits and assets are handled internationally. Just imagine the amount of data that would be available for getting information for further growth of a company. Let us take a simple example in banking technology. If you look at the banks, usually we say that there is a credit to the bank, there is a debit from the bank. People are putting money into the bank and people are taking money from the bank. If you imagine the bank as a system where input is money and output is also money, but input is received from the bank and output is given from the bank. And it handles million number of accounts and it handles million number of deposits and it gives a million number of loans. Now the issue is when it gives money to the people under different portfolios, and if people don't repay the money at specific time, it becomes a liability to the bank. So the major steps every bank need to take is the topic of risk analysis. How much risk a bank can take in giving loan to different kind of people so that the liability of the bank in terms of collecting money from the people becomes negligible. Just imagine this one parameter of study of risk factors in issuing loans. This is a very risky problem. and a lot of research is being done on this. If you take the problems in image processing or handling scans, MRI scan, can you just imagine how much speed is needed to capture the movement of cells in the brain with magnetic resonance induction, MRI, to identify the defects in the brain to go for better treatment? And how do we analyze and how do we apply algorithms? Just imagine number of pixels and volume of pixels, volume of the digital numbers, digits. We make 1 for the dark spot and 0 for light spot. And if you split this image into the dark and light situation, imagine how much amount of data that you need to make people understand the output that one would be wanting at the end of the process. So this MRI, the CT, all were not known before 1980s. MRI was not known before 1990s. So when the necessity of identifying benefits for human beings was becoming enormous, naturally, the invention for more and more things for making this necessity fulfilled became essential in the field of research. We have listed AI in the sociology, in medicine, in the pharmacy, in education, and whatnot. A lot of things have been listed. Why? Everywhere you need to study about how to make algorithms for analyzing the present data and get information from that, so that this information can be used for further improvement, for betterment of life. That's very much essential. All the areas, even population studies, all areas of applications are generating a volume of tons of data. People are worried about what to do with this data. What is that we should do? And more inventions are going on, more and more is going on. But my dear friends, I belong to old generation where we wrote programs for these mathematical algorithms for implementing it in computers. But now, my young faculty members and people listening to me, now we have everything that are available as packages, which means the coding of all the algorithms are already written and they have been packed so that you give or identify what is your input parameter and what would be output parameter. And what is going on inside? It's a black box. You are not supposed to know all these things because I have made it for you. I have written a program for you. And you just call that program and get the result. But who am I? How can I write programs? When you implement artificial intelligence to your application, you may have a mathematician with you to choose suitable algorithms for analyzing the data or crunching the data. Naturally, you need a computer science person to use the packages or to modify the packages so that it suits to your requirement. And more than that, I need a subject expert who is to give an opinion about the result that I will give by looking at it, whether that algorithms generated the information which would be useful to him. That's very, very important. Fundamentally, you need a mathematician, you need a computer science person, you need a subject expert who is well versed with the various activities of the application. For example, in the banking sector, a man who works with this debt and credit line of activities in the bank should be with me to analyze the risk about the giving loan to the clients under various portfolio in the bank. Similarly, when I analyze the MRI scans data, I should need a doctor. And if I go for helping the analysis of data related to entomology, I need an entomologist to give an opinion about the type of input that he would get and type of output that I would be getting. So, my dear friends, don't think that AI will do everything for you. It's just a set of algorithms designed by human beings and made use of effectively for the benefit of human beings. So, when you want to go for apply for AI, you don't have to learn algorithms, but you have to learn to find a suitable person who would help you in identifying better algorithms and to help you to choose the results that will be useful to you. That is always the best use of artificial intelligence in any topic. As a person of computer science and mathematics, because I'm a blend of mathematics and computer science, as I got my PhD from the University of Paris. in the field of applied mathematics with application to computer science, and a person of another department in the Department of Computer Science for 30 years in Madurai Government University. I request my dear young faculty members to study algorithms, publish a lot of papers by taking various applications and tools that would enrich your knowledge and naturally will make you a better person, better researchers in the field of your choice. So I thank the organizers for giving this opportunity, and I complete my inaugural address by wishing you all good luck, and I'll be happy to advise you at any moment of time in the topic of your research in a happy way, and wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Armugam, sir, for your insightful, deep, and visionary perspective that have truly inspired us. And you have also highlighted the transformative impact of AI and how to use the AI on various aspects of our lives too. So it is highly informative, sir. Thank you so much for your words. We'll take all your suggestions into account. And now let's invite Dr. R. Babu sir, a former Dean, Faculty of Education, Annamalai University, to deliver the special address.
I'm very happy. Sailila, can I see the sharing of my slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll share, sir.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. G. Armugam. I'm very happy to meet this August gathering, and I'm extremely happy to share my views on AI with this beautiful evening. And it is my pleasure to speak about the AI directly. Artificial intelligence, as Professor Armugam rightly explained, is an interesting area. Now, please go to the first slide. Human brain, computer, supercomputer, neural network, and then artificial intelligence. How these are linked. As an educationist, one should understand how human is associated with artificial intelligence. The present scenario is helping the human brain by artificial intelligence. With the help of computer, supercomputer, and neural network components. Please remember, artificial intelligence is nothing but a replica of human brain. Intelligence, we know, intelligence quotient. Now, artificial intelligence is nothing but, which is not real intelligence, but which is having extreme speed, even 150 times speed of human brain. That is interesting. So the combination of the applications of computer and the neural network is going to give a new component or idea called artificial intelligence. Without this artificial intelligence, we cannot run the society in future years. I would like to quote some examples. Second slide, please. I would like to quote some examples. Second slide, Mrs. Sailila. Artificial intelligence is a field of science concerned with building computers. Professor Armugam rightly said. AI is also a broad field that encompasses many different disciplines, including the various components. He rightly mentioned the data is the base. The data is the fundamental component. Yes, please, third slide. Sailila. When we go for the use of artificial intelligence or the present scenario with artificial intelligence, we should remember that there are 4 companies in the world at international level will determine and dominate not only with the artificial intelligence, the internet, which is the base for artificial intelligence. The internet is the component which is controlled by Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Meta, formerly called as Facebook. These 4 companies at present concentrating on the internet component, which will rule the artificial intelligence in future also. Rather, I would like to say, the entire world will be with the hands of these 4 companies. The next slide. Open artificial intelligence. Directly, I would like to come. The company which is being started in San Francisco, California, the open artificial intelligence is concerned with open AI5, GPT-1, GPT-2, GPT-3, GPT-4, GPT-4o, and so on. Especially, ChatGPT is the present dominant field of artificial intelligence, which we have to remember. Next slide. When we go for the ChatGPT, I would like to rather say at this juncture, without a ChatGPT, no individual or human being will lead their activities in the forthcoming years, or for another 10 years, we will completely depend on ChatGPT. Rather, I would like to say, in competition with this ChatGPT, Google is also giving a wonderful platform. Next slide. This is one of the robots. You please operate that. Sailila. No, previous one.
It is not working, sir.
Yes. This one is the robot which I found in San Francisco, which is in the field of services. Robot that is being used in all services, especially supplies. This I have met on an order. I got a wonderful service made by this, which is excellent than human service. This is at present in San Francisco. And the next one, robot taxi, self-drive. Robot taxi is at present available in almost all the cities of the United States of America, especially in Los Angeles and San Francisco, which I have come across. This robot taxi is inevitable in the automobile field, which leaves a pioneer, or which is even an Elon Musk says, an inevitable component of the world. This is catering the needs of around 30% of the people who are utilizing the automation. This is again coming under the service industry. The next slide. And I would like to say how the Google artificial intelligence tools are at present placed for us. Gemini, a generative AI. That is very, and notebook LM that is provided in sight and audio or is on uploaded data. Google Assistant and Light RT and Google Cloud and so on are other services which we should utilize. The Google is at present a very competitive company in the field of AI along with the OpenAI. These two services industries which will cater and capture the needs of AI in general. The next slide. The total robot or services of robot is inevitable. I said Shalu, the Dinesh Patil, has evolved the first female robot named Shalu in India. Similarly, we should remember Rajagopal Reddy, the person who was the father of the robots in India. These two persons are very dominant or predominant personalities of robot and robot services. The next slide. I would like to say at this juncture to conclude the aim with the sports. Kharbachev in the year 2015 was defeated by computer developed the AI support, and that is an invention in the field of sports. The film industry at the latest, both the cinemas and serials, are completely depending on the AI series at present. The education, which I would like to say, which are not going to replace the teachers or the human services, but they are going to supplement and support the teachers. On the record, the AI will be supported by teachers. Please remember, with all these things, the brain is made as a super brain by artificial intelligence. With these few words, I complete my ideas on the need of artificial intelligence and the inevitable structure of artificial intelligence and the emotional fields of the human resources who are feeling about the introduction of artificial intelligence. At this juncture, I would like to say there are 4 countries which are competing in the artificial intelligence, namely United States of America, Japan, North Korea, and India. Please remember, these are the 4 competing countries all over the world. Again, I would like to say to conclude, the human resources will be replaced by artificial intelligence. So thickly populated countries will be getting advantages, and the various fields where the human resources are not available or poorly available, or the intelligence level is poor, where the artificial intelligence will be replaced. Thank you very much. And the chance is given, for the chance is given, or the various opportunities are being arranged with the various resource persons. And once again, I thank Mr. Arumugham Sailila for having given me the opportunity for talking about artificial intelligence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Babu, sir, for your valuable and intuitive insights, your expertise and clarity in delivering the concepts about AI and its tools made the session both enlightening and informative, sir. Thank you so much for your words. And next,
Thank you, Saili.
Next,
Thank you, sir.
Next, I request Dr. T. Selvamuthikumaran, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Entomology, Faculty of Agriculture, Annamalai University, to deliver the special address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And first of all, I thank Dr. Sailala for offering this opportunity, and as well Professor Dr. Arumugam sir for organizing such a need of the day topic on artificial intelligence. And I am being from agriculture, I confine myself to the possibility of this artificial intelligence technologies in agriculture.
Yes.
I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir. You have started screen sharing, sir.
Yeah. Is it visible?
No, sir, not yet.
Because of the.
Double click to enter full screen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I hope the topic of the day that I want to discuss today is actually what AI is going to do with agriculture. We all know about agriculture being the lifeline of the country as well as the world. So, what is the need of artificial intelligence and its related technologies in agriculture? So, all of us know that human population in the world is burgeoning like anything, and by 2050 it will be somewhere near 10 billion people, which is supposed to be a huge population which need to be fed. But the land resources are restricted, and as such it is limiting. So we need to do that, we need to take up the challenge with the limited resources. So that is the biggest challenge that we are going to face. And more so, the countries from Asia are more burdened because the population is already almost 50% of the population is there in the eastern part of the world, right? So by taking India, China and the Southeast Asian countries, we have been constituting the 50% of the population, and that is going to be the norm for almost another 25 to 30 years. So we are under more threat actually, rather than the Western world. And more so, the next threat that we are going to have in our hand is that the challenge that we are going to have in hand is that we have to do that in a sustainable fashion. So till these 50 years, we have been doing it with a lot of chemical inputs as well as with plenty of available water resources and all that. But in the next 50 years that is going to be coming here, the challenge is more because the water resources are dwindling. We need to have the limited water resources as well as we need to do it in a sustainable fashion. We cannot go and dump chemical fertilizers or the pesticides that we all came across. So the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations has been very clear, and we have to be very vigilant in keeping up with zero hunger policy or good health and well-being, which is we are not in a position to produce more of less quality foods. We have to produce a quality food, more of quality food. So that is a challenge that you can keep that in your mind. And more so, the biodiversity loss caused by agriculture till date cannot be persisted upon. We need to reverse the trend again, and we have to take care of all the life on land. So we have the dual challenge of increasing the food in a sustainable fashion. So keeping in this view, so the artificial intelligence, not merely artificial intelligence, out of that artificial intelligence we have to train the machines, that is machine learning. We have to come out with better ways in which artificial intelligence is put into practical use. And finally, the kit of AI and ML, the IoT, Internet of Things, that is actually the way in which artificial intelligence get connected with us. So these three, AI, ML and IoT, are supposed to be the backbone of the precision farming that we are going to carry out. So what are all the ways or what are all the possibilities of AI integration in agriculture? These are all the four major things: precision farming, crop health monitoring, soil analysis, followed by livestock management. So these four components will help us in going in for a better effective implementation of the agricultural productivity. So these smart agriculture things, for example, IoT devices, and then the predictive analytics of the disease, pests and yield, so soil health monitoring, climate weather forecasting, all these play a major role in realizing these four technologies, four interventions. So a thematic model has been depicted in this slide. So wherein you can see various sensors which are supposed to be the IoTs. So temperature sensor, pH sensor, humidity sensors, then camera sensors, rainfall sensors, and the nutrient sensor in the soil, especially the major nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and then the soil moisture sensor. All this has been incorporated into the soil or in the field, which collects the data, real-time data, and transmits it into a microchip managed controller, which transmits the data to a web server. From there, it processes. So all these are your IoTs, and these IoTs send data to a web server wherein your AI ML based programming is there, which interprets the data and provides the results to the mobile, wherein that is a ready reckoner for the farmer at the end, who can operate by sitting in his drawing room and control all the actuators which are present. For example, if there is a moisture stress in the field and it has been received by the controller through the soil moisture sensor, and if it is received by the AIML model which is there in the web, and if it decodes that there is a shortage of water, that is being sent to the mobile, and the farmer who is sitting in his drawing room operate. Can trigger a valve system in the field so that the water is let down into the field. So to the need, actually to the amount what it is actually needed. So that is what which is very important. When we are doing a conventional irrigation, I am taking an example of irrigation. When we are doing a conventional irrigation in a field, we are not controlling the quantity of water. We will be letting some amount of water, for example 1000 liters or 2000 liters of water being let down into the field. We are not actually aiming for actual quantity, but by using this technology, this soil moisture sensor which predicts a decline in the moisture level of a particular part of the field, we can let down the irrigation water only in that area, so that you can allow only 100 liters or 150 liters of water instead of doing for the entire field. So the actual amount of resources which is available with the farmer, which is highly restrictive in nature as of now. The water shortage is there everywhere in the world. So we cannot use water as we wish earlier. So this actually makes that more precise, letting down the the resources to reach the point of requirement and not throughout the field. And similarly the case in the case of if you take the NPK sensor. So that will be, these sensors will be installed row wise in a crop, and for example if the fifth row alone requires some amount of nitrogen, so again that can be applied in that specific spot alone. So the cost is saved, the resources are saved, and the labor is saved. So everywhere it is precise. So it makes agriculture a more technology driven, precise endeavor rather than a point of doing it on a large scale. So this sort of sophistication make it much more sustainable. In what way? As I already told you, it is cost effective, labor effective, as well as resource effective. So naturally your farming is supposed to be sustainable. So the technology, usually we will have an idea that technology and sustainability go in opposite directions. Probably we will be thinking like that. If it is the case, this is not true actually. Here the technology and the sustainability go hand in hand. So making the agriculture so smart and so precise makes it more sustainable. So this is the beauty about AI mediated agriculture. So I want to drive home that point. And here comes the application aspect of that. So probably Arumugam sir will be a doyen of this field. He is a doyen in this field, and I've been talking about RGB imagery, GIS and GPS. So probably I'm just showing a simple idea about that. Taking clues about the pest incidents. For example, we have been applying a lot of insecticides over and over in the entire field, making the entire crop or the produce that we are harvesting more of residue loaded, which makes it harmful at the end. So in order to make it more healthier and more greener in the larger perspective, the drones come handy. So the drones fitted with cameras like hyperspectral camera or multispectral camera, and as well as thermal infrared cameras, and your normal. Sir.
Sorry for the interruption.
Sir,
Somebody is saying that the voice not audible.
I will be little louder, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I will be sitting closer to the lap, as well as I will be louder also. I hope I am audible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, sir. So I have been talking about RGB imagery or remote sensing for crop health monitoring, which is and to talk in front of a doyen of the field like Dr. Arumugam sir. It is one second. Yeah. So talking in front of a doyen of the field like Dr. Arumugam, it is very difficult, but still I just want to have a bird's eye view of it in agriculture. I am not a master of this. So integrating these imageries to using various kinds of cameras and taking photographs of those affected by the pest or disease and comparing it with the healthy and using it as an input for a well-trained AI model help us in locating the pest incidence and its severity in a particular locality of a field, and spot application of the pesticide or the herbicide or for that matter the fungicide into that particular place helps us to have a better resource allocation and helps in a better sustainable agriculture system. So in the subsequent slides we can see a model imagery of a field wherein the captured images will decode, and I'm not going into depth of it. A model remote sensor imagery as like from a satellite that can be captured using a drone as well. So that gives you a clear idea about what is the situation in the field. So the AI ML model which predicts the situation of the pest incidents and the IoT integrated with the AI ML model, getting the inputs from that model, apply specifically the inputs into that area as per its requirement. For example, one spot of the field may require more of fertilizer, another spot may not require, and it accordingly applies. And this is the drones. There are lots and lots of drones are there, and if you look into the types of drones, we have a drone for planting seeds, we have a drone for irrigating, spot application of water into specific areas, recording the images of water stress, and similarly soil analysis drone which takes up soil samples and does the analysis, We have crop monitoring drones, which I earlier described about the pest and disease incidents, and then crop spraying drones, which directly goes to the area and applies the pesticide at required quantities. And if you look into the trend in which the drone market is growing up, from 2016 to 2025, within 10 years, within a decade, you can see exponential growth of drones. So these commercial drones, and it is very fastly taking up, and even now Government of India has sponsored a scheme and training women in rural areas and making them as self-help groups and providing them with financial assistance for purchasing drones. And it has been far-reaching. It has a far-reaching consequences, and many people, even in Tamil Nadu near Kallakurchi district and in Mayiladuthurai district and even in Kadalur district, there are a few women who have got trained and they have been doing commercial spraying on a charge basis to all the farmers. So now it is slowly catching up. Within another 2 to 3 years, or at the maximum 5 years, no manual spraying will be visible in the country. That will be the situation. You just imagine, which is supposed to be a groundbreaking thing, which is going to happen in agriculture. So slowly integrating it with few of the artificial intelligence and machine learning tools. So once again, so this is the GPS and GIS technology, which makes it more automated, because now the drones are being operated by the pilots who have been standing in the field boundaries. So that is being manually operated, and we have to direct, the pilots have to direct the place where it need to be sent and spray. But that can be automated by using GPS and GIS technology, which is being practiced in European countries. Slowly that will take another decade's time here. So if it is the case, then the sensors in the field, which I earlier described, they automatically trigger data and they automatically influence drones to take off, and then they will reach the points of requirement based on GIS information, and they will position themselves at that place based on the GPS, and they will spray the required inputs or apply the required inputs. So you just imagine that there is no manual labor involved, because it is a huge crisis which is happening in Indian agriculture because shortage of manpower. That can be easily taken care of by the artificial intelligence and IoT. So this integration is being taken up by many of the apps. To name a few, we have the Kisan Suvidha and the listed apps. You have that, and of them the Plantix has been the largest downloaded app as of now. So almost around 50 lakh users have been using this app as of now. So slowly these app users have been developing and taking into consideration of the private players. There are a lot of private players into the market, like there is one company named by Philo, FILLO. They have been into marketing the sensors. The soil moisture sensor has been readily available. You can just order it through Amazon app or through the website. So that is a small twig-like structure that can be inserted into the soil. That's all. That has a eSIM, inbuilt eSIM into it. That has a solar battery charger fixed to it. That will charge itself. That will predict the moisture, and through the eSIM, it will just transmit the moisture level to our mobile. It is very easy. No technical expertise is needed to install that. Just get that, plug that into the soil, just push that into the soil as like we are pushing a twig into the soil. That's all. There ends the matter. It transmits the soil moisture data to our mobile. It is as simple as like that. Similarly, CO2 sensors are available, wherein what is the amount of carbon dioxide getting released. So that directly corresponds to the photosynthetic rate of the plant. Okay. So oxygen sensors are there that identifies the amount of oxygen released by the plant. So the carbon dioxide sensor, oxygen sensor, Oxygen sensor is for photosynthesis, and carbon dioxide sensor is for your respiration during the night time. So everything is automatically monitored. So I'm getting transmitted to our mobile phone. You just imagine an Android, a simple Android that we are having now in our hand, give you an entire picture about your farm, which is some 20 or 30 kilometers away from your home. There is no need for the farmer to venture in for every aspect. And this is followed by the animal monitoring system, right? So all the feeding, all the immunization schedules, everything being prompted into your tab or a mobile, right? In continuation to AI, ML, IoT integration, all the data that the sensors that IoT devices collect are categorized into big data. So that is a big data analytics. So the big data analytics being taken care of by the AI/ML model. So AI/ML model takes all the data and analyzes that and give inputs back to the farmer through a mobile phone, so that they apply all the relevant things and the yield is getting maximized. And another beautiful intervention of AI is that it predicts at what time the price of this produce is more and what is the value addition that can be done to this. So if you do this value addition and if you sell this at the month of June instead of July or instead of April, if you do that in June, just postpone your sales by 1 month, and you, for safeguarding your produce, you have to value add like this, so that you can store it, and then you sell it on the month of June, you will get an additional income of this much. That will be prompted in the mobile itself, and it will integrate with, this is the easiest transport or the cheapest transport available at your site. Just imagine the scenario like this. So the transporter A is offering you this much price for transporting 1 ton, whereas transporter B is offering a reduced rate of 1000 rupees per ton. So if you transport using transporter B, you will get an additional income of this much. So all this data will come out and give you a clear picture to the farmer or the person who is in charge of the farm. So the entire thing goes, at the end, the farmer is in need of more money. So that comes very easily. So what I mean to say is that AI, ML, IoT, wherein big data analytics has been done, incorporated, and finally the blockchain management has been also incorporated. So in that, I have been listing one example of transporter alone. Input supplier from almost around 100 kilometers away. This input supplier is offering you a price of 100 rupees per kg of input. For example, a fertilizer, you just take it. Whereas the input supplier very near to the farmer is costing somewhere around 175 per kg. So this information will also be prompted to the farmer. So he will procure that input from that person. So probably that even if you put into the transportation also, that will be cheaper by the 100, cheaper by 50 rupees or 70 rupees, right? So you just imagine a situation wherein the inputs, cheaper inputs, better option for sales being included into the technology, then the farmer will be a technocrat by himself, all in a hand, in a Android mobile. So that has been being done in various, already that has been done in various studies, right? Or what is the leaf area index, how it is directly transferring to, that leaf area index data as yield data, right? That is being a satellite imagery. This is from a satellite imagery. That satellite imagery data is being used in artificial intelligence model in Senegal. And similarly, climate smart agriculture technology, that water stress I have been talking about, that is being implemented in Gujarat. So they have been successfully implemented, and but all these rosy pictures, but there are certain hardships in achieving that also, especially the adoption rate, because farmers are not that much familiar with these technologies. And then technical issues, because IoT devices need to be integrated with AI/ML for successful implementation of smart agriculture. And similarly, training, connectivity, because all the rural areas need to be connected with internet, but that is quite possible with the rate of connectivity that India do achieve these days. High cost which is involved in initial investments. Actually, this is very cost effective, but initially it needs a lot of investment because sensors are costlier that need to be invested upon. And training, again, we need to train the farmer very, very, very effectively. So this is the main disadvantage, but if we put up effort, then that is certainly achievable. So with this, these are all the certain photographs of AI model identifying crop diseases, and ChatGPT identifying. ChatGPT is not ChatGPT 4 is not trained for detecting diseases, but just if you upload the photographs of these pest incidents, it is giving you a clear description of it is a disease damage and this is a pest damage. So probably that differentiation, even a normal artificial intelligence model is doing that. So with this, we are, I'm thanking the organizers, especially Dr. Sai Leela, and I thank immensely Dr. Arumugam sir for making it a happening, because this is the need of the day. And thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mitra? Mitra?
Now it is audible. Thank you, Dr. Selva Muthukumaran sir, for your insightful thoughts and informative session about precision agriculture, livestock monitoring, soil analysis, crop health monitoring, sir, and your ability to provide how agricultural concepts combined with AI made this session very engaging and valuable. Thank you for your words, sir. Thank you.
Selva sir,
Sir.
one remark. When I was leading students for MPhil,
Sir.
we produced one MPhil thesis in insect identification. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am hearing.
Insect identification in the storage.
Sir.
Storage
Yes,
areas.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we want to map the image of the insect with various images to identify which one is what type of insect it is.
Okay, sir.
So this type of this is what without AI.
Sir.
But we take the photograph of an insect, and then we had downloaded various images of the various size of insects,
yes,
and based on the back of the insect, what would be based on the horns, or I don't know what you call in entomology.
Sir.
So it's very interesting aspect when we go for image identification in the case of entomology subject.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Thanks for your insights into storage entomology, sir.
Yeah.
Because it is the toughest areas wherein we find it very difficult to identify actually, because lots and lots of insects are available, and it is quite interesting to hear it from you. But you have attempted that identifying insects also from storage.
Yeah, that was the husband of that lady who was my scholar, for example.
Sir.
Is a person, professor in the horticulture,
Sir.
Periyakulam.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And now he is in, I think, in Tamil Nadu Agricultural University,
Yes, sir.
Madurai.
Yes, sir.
So he gave that topic to his wife,
Sir.
and
Yes,
he
sir.
thought, I thought, we can't attempt it. We can't do this image processing and comparing and put
Yes.
something which is useful for the research.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was
Yes, sir. It is quite interesting, and it is only an emerging field, and you have attempted it long back itself.
Yeah,
So
it is
that
about 15 years back.
it's very quite fascinating, sir, because at that time it was nobody is talking about what is the imagery prediction and all that, and training data sets and all that is very what is it, nascent in its stage during 15
Yeah,
years.
we used neural networks at that time.
Sir.
Artificial neural networks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that was quite interesting, sir, because even now they are finding it very difficult.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask from you.
Yes, sir,
Whether
yes.
people have succeeded in identifying insects in the godowns storage area.
No, it's very, they are finding it very hard, sir. Till even now they are finding it very hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Silva.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Praveena ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, Annamalai University, to deliver the special address. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening to all of you. Most
Good evening.
respected Armugam sir, Chairman, Kapi Foundation, a group of institutions. Dr. Sai Leela Madam, coordinator of the Acumen Foundation and Sevas Academy, learned professors, my former Dean, Faculty of Education, Dr. Babu sir, Speaker, Selva Muthukumaran sir, Jay Prakash, Kalivani Madam, Mitra Madam, Susila Madam. Good evening to all of you, learned participants. Good evening once again. It gives me a deep pleasure to be a part of this international conference, application of AI and society. The topic given to me is application of AI in libraries, transforming the library services. Actually, library is a storehouse of information. But now what has happened? Because of the advancement of technology, the information is available overhand. But what are the librarians going to do? So how this AI technology is going to improve the library services and is going to attract the users? This is what I'm going to talk about. Previously, actually, before the advent of AI, or we are talking about AI, we were thinking only about Google. Anything we want, we were searching in Google. Now the trend has changed. We have started using ChatGPT. What is the difference between using Google and artificial intelligence? When you use Google, it will give you multiple sets of answers. So you have to choose which is appropriate for you. But whereas when you use artificial intelligence, what happens is it will give you the answer in the exact answer. It will not give you options. Maybe it will give you two other options relating to the first option, where you can, the words are just interchanged. The meaning will be little bit transformed. So based on that, only you can choose. Only three options will be given. Is suppose when you're using ChatGPT or Gemini or Bard or whatever it is, whatever tool you are using, you will be given three options. So from that, you can choose the options. So artificial intelligence, unknown unknowingly or knowingly, every day we are using it when we are using our smartphones or social media. Suppose we are want to buy a cloth or buy a sari, whatever it is. So when you search in your online shopping, what happens? Everybody knows that you are wanting or you're looking for to buy a sari. So immediately what happens? Lots of advertisements will come to you regarding saris. So many people will try to get the data that you are wanting to buy the sari. So based on that, you will be getting lots of insights. So apart from that, when you go to a particular website, immediately artificial intelligence will start working. A chatbot will appear. Yes, may I help you? Is it not? Have you experienced this type of using when you're using your mobile phones? You will be able to experience this type of thing. So what is the difference between using computer and using artificial intelligence? See, artificial intelligence is a technology that performs advanced function which makes the computer to see, understand, translate spoken and written language. It will help to analyze the data, make recommendations, and do more. So what happens? Before it was just only giving answers, but now the computer is able to recognize your voice. It gives you the ability to recognize your face. Even the eyeball is being tracked. Then whatever you're telling, it is able to understand. Then even if you give a text message, written language, it is able to do it. Based on that, it makes analysis and gives you the recommendation and what to carry out. So the basic concept is how AI works is, first is it sees in the sense your input, whether it may be a question, it may be a graph, or it may be an image, or it may be a text, or it may be a video. So then what happens? Then it thinks based on algorithms and rules that it has been framed on. So then it produces the result. And once the result is being produced, then it communicates. Suppose you are satisfied with the answer, then we proceed. Suppose we are not satisfied with the answer, what we do is we again adjust the input and the rules and the algorithms to get what we want. So this is how AI works. So that is why a new field of engineering called prompt engineering has cropped up. That will give you or teach you how to give the input to the AI be used. What you give, only then it will be able to give the answer to that particular question. So prompt engineering is next field of engineering, which tells you how
Your
to
voice
give
is
the
not audible,
prompt
ma'am,
to the
for a
artificial
few
intelligence.
minutes.
So when
Ma'am?
you are when we are talking about
Pravina, ma'am?
a use of AI, yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Pravina,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Continue, ma'am.
Okay. So in libraries, before it was only storage of books, but then with the digitalization, online resources have started coming up. Now with the advent of artificial intelligence, what has happened is,
Pravina ma'am,
yes, sir.
we
Ma'am?
don't hear you.
Saila madam, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am? Pravina, ma'am?
Yes.
We can't hear you for a few minutes, ma'am. For the past few minutes, we couldn't able to hear you.
My mic is okay.
Now
Yeah.
it's okay.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is fine.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. You can.
So actually, what has happened is this AI has transformed the libraries, how they are functioning, into more effectively. It cannot replace the librarians, but it enhance the quality of the service provided by the librarians. So when you take about the domains of artificial intelligence that is being used in libraries, the most popular or common will be the machine learning, the natural language processing, computer vision, and robotics. Apart from that, we have logistics, we have deep learning, we have data science. But these four are very popularly used in libraries. So when it is machine learning is nothing but it is from the data that is available, it makes decisions. So for example, suppose you log in for an English book on R.K. Narayanan. So immediately when you go next time, what will happen is it will suggest books on R.K. Narayanan. So it knows who the person is searching, what was his previous search. Based on that, it will generate the books. Suppose you say a different author. So again, different authors' book will be listed. So it will help your, based on your previous search, it will give you recommendations. This is the importance of artificial intelligence. So we have chatbots, virtual assistants, predictive analysis. What are the books that will be used? All these things will be through machine learning. So whatever you search, you'll get accuracy and relevance will be there. The latest publication, latest edition will be available. So it will give you these things are available. Even real-time translation of books are possible because of artificial intelligence. Suppose you have a text. Suppose you have a book. You want the book to be translated in your native mother tongue, whatever it is. That is possible with artificial intelligence. So what the librarians have to do is they should incorporate all these services in their libraries so that the users get benefited by it. Then we have, suppose for researchers mainly, articles are there. You cannot spend time reading the entire article. What you have to do is you have to select the article, give it there and say summarize. So what will AI do? It will summarize and it will give a gist of what are the main findings or what is the main thing that the author wishes to express. So all this is possible with help of artificial intelligence, natural language processing. Second one is computer vision. Computer vision is nothing but where the data is being interpreted using visual data such as images and videos. So if you give the graph and show it to the artificial, use artificial intelligence on the graph, immediately it will say which is the highest score or which month the highest people, users have used the library and which book has been repeatedly taken, which book is, so the analytics can be made with the use of computer vision. So it can automate the various processes like extract information from images, automate various processes. It can also help to monitor the library shelves. See what are the books where it should be using RIFD tags. What is RIFD tags? That is but nothing but radio frequency identification. Here, tags are being attached to the book. With the help of RIFD tags, artificial intelligence will censor it and it will put the books in order. It will help everything where which book has to be placed. Again, the next technology will be robotics. Robotics and computer vision will combine together, will do this work. Augmented reality is one more aspect of computer vision. See, suppose we have an apple. When you use your augmented reality, what happens is how apple looks. What is the color of the apple? What will be the size of the apple? All this can be recognized by the learner. Next thing is robotics. Robotics is, it's a combination, integrates machine learning, computer vision, automation, that it will perform tasks traditionally done by humans. So robotics, it will replace human. Whatever the humans did, putting the books back in shelf or whatever, cleaning the racks, whatever it is, all the works performed by the humans can be done by the robotics. because even nowadays, even foreign countries, you can see they don't sweep. They use robots to clean the house. So that way, even in libraries, robots are being used. The most common robot is Autolib. It is a robotic system that can return book to the correction based on the RFID tags. Then we have the robotic assistant for special user needs. See, suppose a blind student goes to the library. He wants to make use of the library. What the robot does is, it will take the book and read it aloud for it. So voice control robotic assistants are there to help the disabled students. Then we have the RFD library assistant robot, which tracks the misplaced book. Whatever books are there, and suppose the books are not there, it will be able to help the librarian to track the misplaced books. And regarding the tools that are available for the scholars, will be the AI-based plagiarism detection and citation analysis.
Pravina,
Turn it in. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Pravina ma'am, Kekla.
Your voice is not audible, ma'am.
Now, can you hear me?
Ma'am?
கேக்குதா சார்?
இப்ப கேக்குது ma'am.
கேக்குது.
Some call is coming in between. Okay. So we have the plagiarism detection AI tool like Turnitin, Grammarly, Quillbot and all. This Grammarly is for grammar correction. You give the passage to it. What it will do is, where the comma should come, where the exclamatory mark should come, all these punctuation marks and past tense, present tense, all this will be corrected. So Quillbot also, Authenticate, all these are detection tools. There are so many AI tools that can be used by the students and research scholars. Then Google speech to text. What happens is, it converts the spoken language into a text matter. Then DeepL translator, whatever language we want, to that language it will translate. Then we have the predictive analysis for library management. We will be able to identify which book is being popularly used by the student or a particular group of students. All these can be found out with the use of AI. Very easy to make the purchases, what book is needed, what book is being circulated most, and all these will be made possible with the use of AI tools. Only thing is, before incorporating this AI into the library, we have to have certain things so that the user's data is being maintained safely. So users' informed consent should be obtained by the libraries prior to gathering or using the data for artificial intelligence application. Why are using artificial intelligence? What is the purpose of using? All this should be informed to the users before incorporating them into your artificial intelligence database, into your library database. Then to prevent unauthorized access to or breaches of users' information, data security has to be taken care of by the library. Then libraries must prioritize the confidentiality and integrity of user data in AI-driven process. So this using AI, what will happen is, the services provided by the library will be enhanced. There will be quality service that can be provided to the users. With these few words, I thank the organizer for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Pravina ma'am, for your enriching insights. Your expertise and engaging thoughts have expanded our understanding of the profound ways AI can enhance library services also. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful thoughts.
Okay, Mitra. Finally, to formally conclude this inaugural function, I call upon Mitra C, Assistant Professor, CSE, Veltek Rangarajan, Dr. Shaguntala, R&D Institute of Science and Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks. Mitra, please.
Good evening, everyone. I am Mitra C, Assistant Professor, CSE, Specialization in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Faculty, and one of the program coordinator of today's event from Vailtech Rangarajan, Dr. Shaguntala, R&D Institute of Science and Technology, Avadi, Chennai. Feel honored to deliver the vote of thanks for today's remarkable inaugural session of the multidisciplinary International Virtual Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Society, organized by Kapis Women's College of Education in collaboration with Acumen Foundation and Seva Academy. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor G. Arumugam Sir, founder and chairman of Kapi Institutions, for gracing this event with his insightful inaugural address. Your visionary words have truly set the tone for this conference. A special thanks to Dr. R. Babu Sir, former Dean, Faculty of Education, Annamalai University, for sharing his valuable thoughts and perspectives on the critical subject. One sincere appreciation goes to Dr. T. Selva Muthukumaran Sir, Associate Professor, Department of Entomology, Faculty of Agriculture, Annamalai University, for his enlightening address, which added a unique perspective to today's discussion about agriculture. We also extend our warm thanks to Dr. Praveena Ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, Annamalai University, for her thoughtful insights and enriching address. I would also like to thank Dr. K. Sailila Ma'am, the coordinator, for the warm welcome and for her tireless efforts in making this event a very successful event. I thank all the coordinators, Dr. K. Sailila Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Annamalai University on deputation to Government College of Education, Pudukottai, followed by Dr. S. Kalaivani Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Annamalai University, Dr. Ravi Suzila Ma'am, Assistant Professor and co-coordinator, Directorate of Distance Education, Annamalai University, Dr. Subhash Bhai V. Makwana, Assistant Professor, NH Patel College of Education, Anand, Gujarat, Dr. K. Jayaprakash Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer and Information Science, and a Deputy Director in IQAC, Annamalai University, M. Kasturi, Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC, Adiyaman College of Engineering, Hosur, and myself from Vailtech Rangarajan College. Finally, a big thank you to all the distinguished guest participants from different countries, states, and from USA, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Nigeria. I extend my gratitude for the organizing team members of Kapi Group of Institution, wishing everyone an insightful and engaging conference over the coming days. Thank you one and all for the opportunity to. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Armum sir, Babu sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So what is tomorrow's program?
Selvamuthukun sir, thank you, sir. Praveena ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Arumugam sir. I take leave.
Thank you.
Mitra, thank you very much. Thank you.
A pleasure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Arumugam sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Babu
Selva
sir.
Muthukumaran.
Thank you, Selva sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Praveena madam. We'll do
Praveena,
more on
are
specific
you
topics.
online, Praveena?
Praveena ma'am.
Yes, yes. Madam would have been engaged.
Attendance link has been shared. Praveena ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Saila.
Sir is calling. Babu sir is calling you.
Praveena, thank you. Jayaprakash, thank you. Thank you, Mitra. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We give a big thanks to the participants also.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, one and all.
Sir, thank you,
Thank
Arumugam
you,
sir,
ma'am.
for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am, for your delivering your lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Saila.
Thank you.
Papa, எங்க SL?
So we shall meet tomorrow.
Participants. We have our technical. Next, those who have been scheduled today can join that meeting. Thank you. Thank you, Mitra.
Okay, ma'am.